All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakaha Kodash. I'm Tazier Gabar from Prophets of Babylon, Waco, Texas. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation on down to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, pushing out this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and this is going to be a video on, how the tribe of Gad or Israelites from, how the Native American Indians and the Seminole Indians, are Israelites from the tribe of Gad and Reuben. All right, and they kept this ancient custom of Israel, going back, and they still do it now. The fringes and the border of blue. Salakia. All right, it says Deuteronomy 22:12, and thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four corners of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself. All right, and that's going into, your garment. As we know, the fringes are to, look down upon and remind yourself whenever you finna go off and commit sin. Whenever you put your head down to think, you're supposed to look at your fringes. All right, and that border of blue. That's really what it was for. But this is an ancient garment of a, so-called Native American who is the tribe of Gad. And when you look down, you see the fringes and the border of blue. All right. And Gad is known for, keeping the laws. When they came over here, after they fled the Assyrian captivity, when the Northern Kingdom came over here to the Americas, all right, they will have their prayers, and they will say names similar to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, but this is for you, all 12 tribes are black Israelites, which is going off. All right, all 12 tribes of Israel aren't black, which those type of people, that's just a stumbling block unto them. All right. All right, here go more. All right, this is on my Instagram that I posted a while back. All right, as you look, you can see on their old garments, which they even still wear them today. They'll wear them on their shoes. Now they'll wear the little garments with the jingles on it. All right. When you go to their powwows, you see their garments now. It still has the fringes, But all right. So this furthermore proves, that the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben are Israelites. That the so-called Native and Seminole Indians are Israelites. All right. And this is, I kid you not, this is an actual statue. I talked to an Akim. I forgot what city he was in, but this is real. All right, and when you look down, you see the border of blue. All right. This is 2 Corinthians 11:22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. All right. Just keeping it simple. The tribe of Gad always had this ancient custom. All right. I'm going to play a video next.
We have Hebrew words in our language, celebrations of new moon festivals.
My people have many things in common as far as the traditions and sacred things concerning, for example, There was a celebration of new moon. There was a seventh day of rest. We didn't eat swine. There were cities of refuge. We celebrated 7 sacred feasts during the year. And so there were many commonalities that we found.
Like I said, there's so many things in the traditions, the customs, the spirituality that just go beyond coincidence.
For example, my people's traditional name, the Cherokee's traditional name for ourselves is Anikatuaya, which means the principal people of Yah.
Yeah, and the Cheyenne tribe in the Americas called themselves Tsitsa, which means people of the fringes.
Really?
You know, and their cousin tribes, the Shoshone, whose symbol is a rose, we find
Shoshana,
which is a rose. You know, we have Hebrew words in our language.
All right. You see, they were keeping the Sabbath. They was keeping the law, not eating pork. All right. I believe they said they was keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. They was keeping the High Holy Days. And they was saying prayers close to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. In the video, the woman said Yah, but we know the name of the Lord is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. But they was keeping these, you know, these law, statutes, and commandments when they was over here in the Americas. All right, which they still here today. But obviously they lost their knowledge, you know. They lost this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, and eventually they started to go off, you know, and that's when the Lord basically sent Cristobal Colon over here for judgment. All right.
You know, we have Hebrew words in our language.
Well, this here's my new bronc buster. This is my daughter, Catherine. Shalom Aleichem, Jackson 2 Bears.
Mr. Baloo, what's the use of saying Shalom Aleichem to me? I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people.
All right, go ahead being stubborn if you want
Well,
it.
I ain't stubborn.
Oh, not much you ain't. You know, according to an ex-congressman of these United States I heard give a lecture at the Chautauqua this winter, Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it.
Just ain't true.
He was an ex-congressman of these United States, I tell you.
Oh, Papa, maybe he was mistaken.
Oh, no, he was not. Jackson just got a mean, stubborn streak in him is all. I brought Mr. Bernstein, the telegraph operator, out here from town last month, and he stood right where you're standing now, and he talked Hebrew at Jackson for 10 minutes by my watch, and Jackson pretended he didn't understand a word. Now, I call that stubborn.
Well, I didn't understand the word.
You see what I mean? Now, you get that trunk down out there. I'll get the sergeant.
You see, these old
You know,
cowboy movies, they'll tell you, you know, because Esau knows who we are. All right. And you saw the younger Indian, the younger Gadite brother. He was like, I'm not a lost tribe of Israel. And that's how they are now. You tell, you know, so-called Native American or Seminole Indian that they Israelites, they will not accept it. They'll say, I'm indigenous, or I'm a Navajo, or whatever. Which all them tribes, you know, they broken up amongst themselves. Or they'll say I'm Native American, which that's the damn slave name that the so-called white man gave them. All right. How you Native and American, you know? Or they'll say I'm Indian, which the word Indian goes back to being savage. All right. But that's Gad, furthermore, under the curses of Deuteronomy 28, thou shalt become astonishment, a proverb, and a byword, you know? Matthew 15 and 24, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Anyone who's lost is us, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, because we don't know who we are, because we lost our true heritage, you know. And the boy in the video, he was saying how he's not a Native American, you know. And that's how we are likened unto today, in 2022. You tell your people that they are the greatest people upon the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, for thou shalt be a holy people unto the Lord thy power. I have chosen thee to be a special people to the Lord. Let me get that. I don't want to misquote it. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 76, for thou art a holy people. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. All right, you tell our people that, and they reject it. All right. No, which is why 2/3 of our people are not going to make it on this side. They're going to have to be brought back through reincarnation in the kingdom.
You know, we have.
All right.
Well, this here's my...
Schwarzes. No, seid nicht mehr Sugar. Laws im Gain! Kappa walk. It's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bieger's in. Take off. Hast du gesehen in deinem Leben? They darker than us. Woof!
It's history.
Yo, Gad is funny. You know, that's Gad coming across Judah, you know, coming past, because the head, he recognized, you know, that was the southern kingdom from the tribe of Judah. And, you know, the other, that dude right there threw up his axe, and he stopped him, and he gave him directions, all right, because he recognized them as being brothers, you know, so that's why he let them pass through. All right, which I'm gonna get more videos on the tribe of Reuben, because, you know, Judah was helping Reuben fight off Esau, you know, down there in Florida. All right, the tribe of Judah and the Seminole Indians was helping each other, you know. And you got some accounts where Gad would be traitors and, you know, capture, you know, Jake, the southern kingdom tribes, and deliver them to Esau, because these all black Israelites like to use that excuse. But, like, you had traitors and stuff amongst every tribe. And they were doing that because, you know, if they didn't, you know, Gad would cut off their nose, their ears, and lips. So there was really force. But you did have, you know, fucking sellout Jakes. But just keeping this video short. All right. You Negroes, you blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the Israelites, you know, that the Bible speaks of. All right. Ezekiel 37 goes into how we're going to come together in the kingdom. All right. How we're going to be one stick. No, joined together. All right. Under our power, Yahweh Shai. God. It's like. God. All right. This is Ezekiel 37:15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, make thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel. No, Judah representing the southern kingdom and the children of Israel representing the northern kingdom, because during Kings, first Kings, we were split and we were two separate kingdoms. Still one nation, but two separate kingdoms. We wasn't really getting along. His companions, then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim. All right, representing the northern kingdom, and for all those of Israel, his companions, like it. All right. So this is talking about the southern and northern kingdom. It says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. So we're going to be one nation. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us thou meanest by these? What thou meanest by these? All right. So they're asking, like, what do you mean by these? Those sticks. All right. Verse 19. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will make thee stick of Ezekiel 37 and 19. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and will make them one stick, and they shall become one in my hand. So he said he's going to take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, because Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, that's the head tribe of the northern kingdom, because the head tribe of the southern kingdom is Judah, followed by Benjamin and Levi, the West Indians and Haitians. All right, that was the southern kingdom, because we were split into two kingdoms in the book of Kings, because whenever King Solomon went off, the Lord split the kingdoms up. So, and the head stick of the northern kingdom, which is Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, on down all the way until I believe Naphtali or Asher, whatever order, which is Asher is the Colombian through Uruguay, and Naphtali is the Argentinians and Chiles. All right, going into the tribes, but he said he's going to join us to one stick, meaning we're going to be together again. Basically one big happy family again. All right. I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. Verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before thy eyes. All right, so this is going to happen soon. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, which is where we are now, scattered amongst these heathens, primarily Esau in America, whither they be gone, because we've been scattered, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land, which is Israel. We're going to go back into our own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And that's Yahweh, who is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. So Yahweh Shai, he's going to be ruler over the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And if you understand reincarnation, Yahweh Shai was King Solomon in his past life. And he went off, whenever he was serving other idols of his concubines, the Lord took that power from him from ruling over the nations, and the kingdoms was divided. The kingdoms was divided into two kingdoms. All right. But now he's getting them back as Yahweh Shai. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, worshiping other gods, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God, their power. Yahweh, the Heavenly Father who sits on the throne, that's going to be our power. And Yahweh Shai, he's going to be ruling the earth. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, because under Yahweh Shai is going to be King David. And they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. All right, and this ties in with I believe Hebrews 8:8, when we're going to get the laws written in our inward parts of our minds. All right. Verse 25, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. All right, you see that? So we're going to be dwelling in the land of Israel forever. All right, we're going to have that rulership forever. We're never going to go off again. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. All right. So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Hebrew Israelites. All right. And I'm going to close out. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. I'm Tazir Gabar from Prophets of Babylon, Waco, Texas. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation on down to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad, pushing out this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm going to say